So set to go. So we're still on zero?
We're still on zero, number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your question?
So, zero and the unconscious, how does it affect people unconsciously?
That's a great question. You know, it's funny. Even I wrote The Love is Zero, I don't know, was it 12, 13 years ago. I've never ever get asked questions like this, or even to talk about it. Zero and the unconscious. You know, the moment you move into any discussion of metaphysics, which is a form of philosophy, which is foundational to understanding religion and mythology, the moment you move into the area of metaphysics and metaphysical philosophy, you are already talking about what is unconscious. See, metaphysical. So if you know your Greek, it's beyond physics. The word meta is not the changed name of Facebook. Isn't that what Zuckerberg called it?
So the company's now Meta.
Zuckerberg called it Meta, right? So no. In Greek, meta is above, right? So I'm above looking down on the physical world. So it's above that. And you could even go back to Plato or Aristotle, the idea of being above and looking down on, or in fact, the Greeks had this idea of the underworld, you know, under the earth, which is actually, we could have another discussion about being under the earth.
That'd be triarchic again, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah. But you see, you think it's funny to talk about the cave, Plato's cave, or to go under the ground. See, that was the place of the dead. So if you imagine you go under the ground, you're in the philosophical space of the dead. Yeah. And so but you go back, you know, to the concept of an underworld, and go back, you know, you go to the artists, you know, and go to
Dante's.
Yeah, Dante, or you could go to Bosch or any of the, and we'll see some today, is, you know, the spiralling down. There's heaven and hell. Heaven is above. I mean, you can't study philosophy without linguistics, semiotics without linguistics, without understanding language, right? And what's really funny, I have these people who have not a clue of how I think, is that Rob's some sort of religious nut. You don't get it, do you? Like, you cannot separate this stuff. It's all like this. Metaphysics, religion, philosophy, linguistics, language, right?
Yeah.
And so even when someone says, oh, my goodness, my heavens, oh, that's fascinating. See, people, they don't even know.
Look, coming from the city of churches, Adelaide.
Oh, yeah, yes. Well, there you go. But you see, lots of our language has its foundation in religious sources, in metaphysical sources. And so when you understand that concept of metaphysics, of being above the physics, then you've entered into the idea that there's a world, not only that you don't know about yourself. Now, the trip yesterday to go to Freud, for example. I mean, if I had a day, I'd like to drive across the border into Germany and go to Jung's house. I've got more respect for some of the stuff which Carl Gustav Jung developed than Freud's, although Freud did discover some amazing stuff about the human unconscious, which he called the subconscious. So the moment you enter into a discussion of the impossible, so here's DuPont, believe the impossible, you are already in metaphysical space. That one website, you can go type it in, DuPont, impossible. It'll take you straight to a website selling risk and safety products, and the heading of the page is believe the impossible. You're already in metaphysics, and that's where you are with zero. Because even that website that's doing that is in religious language. The whole page is religious language. anchored to safety. And yet no one sees the connection. And do an audit, do a religious audit of that page and start looking for words which are metaphysical, spiritual. Oh, here's a funny one, spiritual. Okay, the global video for zero is called In the Spirit of Zero, right? That's the global video. In the Twinkling of an Eye, that's its subcode, right? So it has In the Spirit of Zero is the name of it, and then underneath it's called in the blink of an eye. That phrase, in the blink of an eye, is the Apostle Paul in Corinthians chapter 15. That's where the phrase is from. So we're already into religion, doubled on religion, in a video that's all about the apocalypse, and zero will save you from the apocalypse. Legs will grow back, arms will be there, you'll be... And no one gets it. And that's zero in the unconscious space, the space that you can't see. So Freud and Jung, and of course this city and psychotherapy, said there's a space that you don't know and you don't understand. So I'll go to a therapist and I will help you understand it. So sit down on a couch and tell me your dreams. Because your dreams are the manifestation of your uncontrolled unconscious. And if you think you can control your dreams, good, have a happy day. Go to nirvana, right?
Yeah.
So your uncontrolled, unconscious being, which is beyond your control and beyond your knowing, that's where Freud and Jung fit in. That's what they came and said, you know what? We're actually going to pay attention to this. We're actually going to give it value. We're actually going to study it like, and they were both into medicine. We're going to study it like medicine, right? So this is the space you're in. Oh, isn't that funny? Wonder why they both had a fascination with the artifacts and semiotics of ancient gods and mythology. I wonder why they had that. Because you know what? 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 years ago, dreams were considered critical to understanding the human condition. And if you go back to Australia and you go to one of the most ancient continuous cultures on the planet, their whole culture, their whole civilization is founded on the dream time. Dreams for Indigenous Australians are the foundation for the life. Not this table, not this cup, not this shirt, not this sky. For Indigenous Australians, life revolves around the dream time. So here's Freud and Jung, the wonderful scientists in the earlier 20th century, going back to all the ancient cultures and ancient civilization and rediscovering the importance of the unconscious. And they started with dreams. We can do dreams next if you want to switch that up.
Yeah.